and discovery are a vital part of my journey as an artist. They help keep my creativity fresh and my curiosity alive. In my studio, I often find it helpful just to embrace this playful mindset and allow myself to let go of all of the pressures and perfectionism and just be spontaneous and playful as I explore different techniques, different mediums, or different tools. This studio vlog will be all about play and discovery. It's really the freedom that I feel when I'm in my art studio. Freedom to discover whether it's new techniques, styles, materials, and it helps me expand my artistic voice in ways that I otherwise wouldn't even know were there. Discovery during play can also help you approach familiar themes. I love to focus on nature and the coziness of a good book. I love to focus on florals and plants and anything that brings me joy. But as I do this discovery and play, I can add a fresh perspective to my work. For example, I found this round zero paintbrush when I was up in Chicago. And I have learned to love the small details that I am able to create with this brush. It has been so fun to play with this new paintbrush and see what delicate little flowers and leaves I can create. sometimes I know that my artwork isn't going to end up in a gallery, or it's not going to end up on one of my products. But I know that it's important for me to just play and discover. That's why I love sketchbooks. Sketchbooks offer the freedom to play and discover. I can explore all kinds of things within the sketchbook. It isn't going to be something that I necessarily share on social media, but it is a time for me just to try different color combinations, different textures, different floral pieces, and just start to understand the tool that I'm using, the subject matter that I'm focusing on, or the new ideas. And oftentimes it reveals hidden connections within my work that I didn't even know were there. And it allows me to add that to more complex pieces of work later on. I picked up a wooden pegboard for my art space. I wanted a space that I could work on some mixed media pieces. And my space didn't allow that unless I brought out an easel, which I've done from time to time. So I picked up this pegboard so that I can work on this wall on some mixed media pieces. It's a big enough space that I can work on bigger pieces as well. So once I had this hung, I knew that I wanted to revisit these two pieces that I had started some time back. I think it was in August when I first started these pieces. It's mixed media on wood. And I had gotten a little frustrated with how the faces were turning out. I had this vision in my mind of what I wanted to do, and it just wasn't coming out on the artwork like I wanted it to. So I paused. I took a break. I put it away for a while. I thought, you know what? I'm just going to set this aside, and I will revisit it later. And that's exactly what I'm doing today. So I'm revisiting the faces. I'm going over some parts that I didn't like, just giving it a new, fresh perspective moving forward. And these pegboards are working out great. They fit both pieces together so that I can see them at the same time. I can work on them at the same time, which is great as well. So we'll see. I'm not 100% sold on this idea of putting the pegboard here. However, I wanted to try it out, and this was the best time to do that. Again, it's playing and discovering within my space so that I am comfortable with my art space, and it gives me the freedom to try new things. This approach of play and discovery truly cultivates resilience within me as an artist. If something doesn't work out, I haven't failed because I'm playing. I am experimenting. And so I can let go of all of that pressure and just make it easier for me to bounce back when something doesn't quite go the way that I think it's going to. Play keeps that creative process fun and adaptable. Adaptable with these two pieces that I'm working on. I put them away for a while, and now I'm bringing them back out to play with them some more. And in the long run, I'm learning about faces and how the eyes and the nose sit together. I'll be honest with you, I can draw faces better than I can paint faces. And so that is a challenge that I would like to overcome. I would like to take those skills that I've learned from drawing and now apply paint to those skills. And this is a hard bridge to pass over. Honestly, when I'm so used to drawing, I know that I can draw something, and I'm very comfortable at that. With the paint and the mixing of the paint, I have given myself a limited palette. I did that on purpose so that I could mix the colors with only red, yellow, and blue, and a little bit of that titanium white. All of this to help me stretch and learn and grow as an artist. And the only way that I can do that is by letting myself play. I embrace this mindset of play and discovery because it truly helps me grow as an artist. I can explore different themes and different ideas that I may have in my head that I just want to get out on the paper, on the canvas, on the wood. And this gives me the opportunity to do that in my art space. I have a Christmas market pop-up shop coming up on November 30th. And another thing that I've been doing in my studio is getting prepared and ready for that. As I'm doing this, I am trying new things to add to that Christmas market, to add to my booth. In the past, I have had stationery, coloring books, bookmarks, pens, and I want to bring something new to the booth. I've had buttons in the past, but here I am creating buttons with my button maker, and I am using the illustrations that I have used for my stationery sets. So I am playing with the illustrations and seeing how they fit within the buttons, and I'm really happy with how they turned out. Another thing that I am playing around with is the idea of magnetic bookmarks. I have been thinking about adding this to my shop for quite some time, and I'm finally ready to give it a try. So I spent some time in my studio trying it out, practicing, seeing if I could actually make these bookmarks. And originally, I didn't even have the magnets. I just created them to kind of see what I could come up with. So I created the backing boards as well because I wanted to think about the package overall, like how this would be presented in a pop-up shop, and to make it easy for customers to see the complete package. So of course I had to play around and I had to discover what was going to work and what wasn't going to work. It was a lot of trial and error, and I'm so glad that I played around with this because I love the end result. And then I decided to go ahead and order the flexible magnetic adhesive sheets that I needed for my bookmarks. And I'm so glad I did. I also picked up some 3x4 eco-friendly bags to put them in, and I love how they turned out. So I created the backing cards, and they turned out so cute, and I can't wait to make some more. I think it's really important as an artist to schedule out some time for play and discovery when it comes to your art practice. It's allowed me to try new things, to push myself so that I can grow. And overall, it gives me the freedom to embrace fresh perspectives and allow this experience to spark new ideas. And perhaps it will be something that ends up on a product or as an original art piece up in my shop. So my encouragement to you is to get out there and play. Play in your art studio. It should be a time of relaxation and discovery and no pressure. And enjoy your journey as an artist in your art practice.